Okay, best animated movie. What do you guys got, Jay?
Very good year for animation. I will
Yeah.
preface this by saying I think there are 4 really, really good films, and then I've got a little bit of a drop off with my 5. But as far as my pretty elite 4, I have The Boy and the Heron, I have Robot Dreams, I have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. For the sake of filling out a 5, I'll throw in Nimona, which I think is okay.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's not bad. I just want it on the record, just to stir the pot for no reason at all. Elemental stinks. And my winner is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This was actually probably the hardest final decision for me between Across the Spider-Verse and The Boy and the Heron. But when it kind of came down to it, as stupid as I feel not picking a Hayao Miyazaki movie for Best Animated Film, I just kind of had to put myself in my shoes when I was watching Across the Spider-Verse for the first time, and just how I thought to myself, I have never seen a movie structured as formally an animated film as formally experimental as this in a very, very long time. And I just remember watching that and the varying styles of animation for the varying sequences that are representing the various mental spaces of the characters in that film. And again, I talked about propulsiveness with Oppenheimer. Across the Spider-Verse certainly has many of those same traits. It was just a really captivating movie-going experience for me. So as much as I do love The Boy and the Heron, and gosh, I love The Boy and the Heron, I'm almost surprising myself. I'm going to give it to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
It's probably your speed racer of the year, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I those hold a similar kind of place in my heart.
Yeah,
for sure. Just how ambitious and audacious they are.
Yeah.
I only have 4 nominees in this category because I didn't think that there was a 5th one good enough to get that other spot, so I threw it out. And my 4 nominees
You're
are
challenging the form, much like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
I'm making up my own rules. JD says it's our awards. We do what we want with them, and hey.
Yeah, we're not stopping you.
Maybe I'll give a 6 spot to somebody else. Just kidding. Won't do that.
No, that you can't do.
No, I can't. No, you can omit, you can add. Math, subtraction, not addition. The Boy and the Heron, Robot Dreams, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. See, it's a tongue twister.
It is.
I really liked all these movies. And I'll save my thoughts on The Boy and the Heron, my winner, because I will be talking spoiler alert, I will be talking about this as one of my favorite films of the year on the next episode. A truly transcendent piece of work from one of our greatest minds that has ever created cinema in Hayao Miyazaki. So Boy and the Heron.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep the repetition going here. My nominees are The Boy and the Heron.
Be pretty consistent.
Yeah, it's all going to be about that 5th spot, right? The Boy and the Heron, Robot Dreams, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. I have those 4 nominees. I did like Suzume, the new film from Makoto Shinkai, at least for the most part. So I have it enough here to at least include it as my 5th nominee, even if it is the lesser of these 5 films for me. I am with you, Ryan. My winner is The Boy and the Heron, but not by much. It's between that and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse for me, which I'm sure it'll be for a lot of people. I don't think that's a really controversial thing to say, but I think both of these movies are among the best movies of the year, and I'm sure we'll be talking about them quite a bit for not just the rest of this episode, but even more so as we get to our top 10s of the year in part 2. The Boy and the Heron especially, I'll have some thoughts on. I think it's a wonderful film, so I'll leave it at that. I think it's great, and I think it's one I'm going to like more as time goes on. Like, there's so much to find with it.
Such a dense movie.
It really is, and that's something I really appreciate about it.
And I have to say this about Spider-Verse. I was like kind of mixed on the first one, but I think this new one is absolutely fantastic. So it had to take a really special film in order to overtake it, because otherwise it would have been my winner. Like, it's easy.
Yeah, I feel like a freaking dum-dum over here, not picking a Miyazaki film for Best Animated, but I had to be true to myself.
What a
jerk. At the same time, I almost thought about that too, because, and this is not a knock on Across the Spider-Verse, but that film is more immediately great, or at least you can recognize the greatness more immediately.
Yeah.
The Boy and the Heron, I recognize, like, I love that movie a lot, but I'm kind of almost giving it like a like a forecast of sorts that I think I'm gonna like it even more as time goes on.
Sort of like I've been thinking about it more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's one you can't watch immediately before doing an award show. Like you
No.
need some time
True.
to wrestle
No.
with that one.
No.
As far as my nominees, I'm with you guys. The Boy and the Heron, Spider-Verse, Mutant Mayhem, Robot Dreams, and then Elemental is the Ferrari of animated movies. That movie is doing things that people are overlooking or dismissing or just completely not getting all together. I don't
think
know,
you
maybe
broke
all of
Jake's
the above.
brain.
That film
I've told Ryan I
is
have a
good.
1 hour Elemental rant in me if you want to do it, but I don't think this is the show. The
It
show
is the
to do that.
Ferrari of animated movies. It's quite good. This was an elite year for animation. The best year, hands down, from top to bottom since 2014, and it's not even close as far as I'm concerned. Those top four for sure. I will admit Elemental is my fifth nominee here, but easily my fifth nominee. I think it's better than a lot of other stuff that came out this year, including Nimona, Suzume, others. You want to throw in there The Missing. I believe Ryan mentioned earlier, which has gone missing in the whole awards conversation. Elemental, easily. It's one of Pixar's better works in recent years, and it's not even close as far as I'm concerned. So, good stuff. But yeah, and I don't think you have to be too ashamed, Jay, because I will make this 2 for 2. My winner here is Spider-Verse.
Split ballot.
We have a split ballot. I love Miyazaki, love Boy and the Heron, and it is fascinating because a month ago, we all were going to walk into this a slam dunk that Spider-Verse was taking this category.
Yeah.
And then Miyazaki brings something in near the last minute that's just as good, if not arguably better. I mean, they're both right there as far as I'm concerned. But I will give the edge ever so slightly to Spider-Verse, and maybe it's because of the immediacy that you're talking about there, Brendan. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I love the animation, the varying art styles, the way it taps into responsibility and deconstructing Spider-Man lore, which maybe we'll get into in part 2. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's all great. Really, really wonderful stuff.